Managing a short-term rental remotely can seem like a pretty daunting task.
Especially if you are super hands-on owner-operators like we are.
The best advice we can give you is really try and think about and plan for any situation that could arise in advance.
And to take care of any preventative maintenance every time you visit the property.
Based on our own place and our experience in Scottsdale, we created a checklist a couple years ago that we use anytime we visit the house.
And today we're going to help you prepare one of your own.
So here's what you want to do. Go into the Notes app of your phone and create a new note for the property.
Then share that note with your spouse or business partner or whoever you own and operate the property with.
This is something we just keep between ourselves. We don't share with the cleaners, but it is nice where we have this kind of collaborative note to reference.
Next step, like this video and subscribe to our channel for weekly short-term rental tips.
And then finally, start this checklist of the 10 items you're going to check every time you visit the property.
Of course, you're going to want to add to this list with specifics and quirks for your house, but this will give you a great base to start with.
Checklist ready? Check.
The first item on the list is linens.
And I put this item first on purpose because that's the first thing that I check whenever we get to the house. And we do this because if we end up having to order extra sets of sheets, then they hopefully arrive before we leave.
So we go through all the sets of sheets and all the pillowcases to look for tears, stains, or rips.
And we always keep a pretty large backstock of pillowcases because that is one thing that does get stained easily, and we don't ever want our cleaners to be in a position where they don't have any clean pillowcases to use.
This is also a good time to just go through and organize your linens by size if you haven't done that already.
Our cleaners generally do a good job of keeping our supply closet organized, but they are busy, and a lot of times they have multiple turns in one day. They're in a little bit of a rush, so we like to, whenever we have the time, go through and reorganize things for them.
We also use waterproof zippered encasements for mattresses and pillows, and if we see any stains on those, we'll take them off, wash them, or bleach them if needed.
Number 2 on the list, we also like to check in with our cleaning team before we get to the house.
We like to ask them if they've noticed anything or if there's anything they forgot to mention to us when they're doing previous cleans.
Or if they've noticed anything that they think needs to be repaired or replaced.
We also want to hear from them how things have been going from an operations standpoint.
Are turnovers going smoothly for them? Are they able to complete the laundry in the time that they expect?
And just generally, we want to hear if there's any items that we can implement that might make their lives easier.
Yeah, for example, at our duplex property in San Diego, it's 2 units and the washer and dryer are in the garage and shared between the 2 units.
And on days where there's a direct turnover at both units, it's tough to get all that laundry done in the time that the cleaner has. So one of the things they asked us if we would consider was to add a second dryer, and that we thought, well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so we did that and it's helped her out a lot.
This is an example of a big purchase that, we considered and thought, yeah, that brings some value. But then sometimes there's small things. That same cleaner asked if we would maybe get a folding table that would help her fold and organize laundry in the garage instead of having to take it back to the house.
That's something that we had never thought of before, but it was minimal cost to us and it saved her a lot of time and effort.
Next on the checklist is pillows.
We always check the beds to make sure that there are still 2 pillows per person and that they're the pillows that we purchased.
We aren't sure if this happens accidentally or intentionally, but it's not uncommon for us to find pillows that we've bought gone and another pillow in its place.
And it's rarely a situation where the person has left a nicer pillow, so we'll go out and replace it.
You took my pillow?
I did not take your pillow.
And then other times, it's just time for your pillows to be replaced. Maybe they're lumpy or gotten flat. It's just time to buy new.
Number 4, we also do a full kitchen inventory and restock as needed.
So we go through every kitchen cabinet, maybe look at the nooks and crannies, wipe them down if need be, and then compare the items in the house to our inventory list.
We'll leave a link to our sample inventory in the description below. And when we say that this is the exact list that we use, we literally mean this is the exact list that we use. Like, I'll pull up the page on my phone and look down through every item and see if it's in the cabinets.
I organized the kitchen.
Yeah, so we're checking also for quantity and making sure we have the quantity we expect. When it comes to dinnerware and plates and things, that's 2x the max occupancy of the house.
We look for chips or cracks in dishes and glassware to make sure there's not anything that needs to be replaced.
And then we also kind of take a look at the big picture and just consider if there's any other add-on amenities that we might add.
For example, the last time we visited our Scottsdale property, our son wanted to make orange juice. We have orange trees in the backyard, and we've always had a picker, but we realized that we don't have a juicer there.
So we went out, got a juicer, one that looked like it was easy to clean, then a pitcher, and enables guests to make some juice.
Number 5, when we're visiting our remotely managed properties, we always like to give the furniture a good wiggle test to make sure that nothing needs to be tightened.
Yeah, most of the time guests aren't gonna like trash and break your furniture. It can happen, but it is getting used pretty often in most cases. So it's good to just go around, check if anything's wobbly, check bolts, especially on chairs and tables and things, bed frames, tighten them up, just get them secure.
Number 6 is batteries. We check the batteries in everything that has batteries and also replenish our guest stock of batteries.
We check all the TV remotes, we change our smoke and carbon monoxide batteries every 6 months. Barbecue igniters on gas barbecues often have batteries, we check those.
Pool and spa remotes, smart locks, the MyQ system needs a battery replacement
So
sometimes.
garage door sensor has a little battery in it. Ceiling fan remotes are another. Basically just go around, think of anything that has a battery. Think of the last time. It's a good time for your note sheet. We record, when we change batteries and things and update them.
We also make sure that rechargeable items like our minute sensor are fully charged, and we also double check that the charging cable for those things are in the supply closet,
We also like to leave a small stock of spare batteries for guests.
just in case.
Yeah, you never know if something might come up and then it's an easy fix for them. We usually get a small Tupperware and put some batteries in there and then tuck it away kind of in the back of a tall cabinet.
So it's out of sight, but if they need something, we can tell them exactly where to find it.
Whenever we visit our remote properties, we also do a supply restock.
Space permitting, we like to stock up on supplies for then until the next time we plan on visiting the property.
So for our Arizona property, usually that's around 4 months, and our San Diego properties, that's 4 to 6 weeks. We try to get down there.
If you're leaving a snack basket out for guests, make sure you're checking those expiration dates.
Also, take a good look at the expiration date at the store when you're buying snacks.
There's nothing worse than coming home from a Costco run and realizing your trail mix box expires in 3 weeks.
They're still good for our kids at that point though.
Kids, enjoy your extreme snack.
Number 8 on the list is to use all the appliances in your house.
So do multiple loads of laundry in your washer and dryer, and also really clean out that lint trap.
Good idea. Run multiple loads of dishes in your dishwasher. Check your garbage disposal. Check your drains are all flowing nicely.
Ice maker in the fridge or freezer.
Use the hot tub or pool heater if that's applicable to you. Basically just go through, treat your house like a guest was using it. Use everything, try everything, check light bulbs, just use the house.
And use it with the scrutiny that a guest will.
That's true.
Number 9 is changing the AC or furnace filters. This is something that your cleaner might be doing for you. If so, that's great.
But it's a good idea to check them while you're there, replace them as needed. If you do go to the store, get a replacement, get a couple of extras so they're there, maybe in your supply closet or in the garage or something. You can remember to have your cleaner replace one in a few months down the road.
And lastly, look for and touch up any scuffs on the walls. Wall scuffs from suitcases are super common, and sometimes you can get them out with a magic eraser, but oftentimes they require a little bit of touch-up paint.
That's actually Kylie's big project for going to San Diego this week.
Right after this, I'm hitting the road because we had some kids scratch up the paint on our bunk beds in San Diego, so I'm gonna be a painter for the next few days.
Wow, it's very nice.
If you want to learn more about our strategy for remotely managing properties, we'll link another video on the screen.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.